Howdy, Beefalo Bart here, and welcome back. This is video 3, and what I'm gonna do here is I want to start adding a little bit of functionality to the hunger system and the thirst system. Alrighty, so as we've seen, we have a temporary heads-up display with our hunger, our thirst, and our health, and added in a little pane panel here. You walk over it and it knocks off 25 of your health. There is no current health regeneration, so it's just going to stay down. But there's all kind of things you can do. If you decide you want to do it, you can have health regen. So on an event tick, every few seconds it'll check, hey, is this condition met? Is your health low? Well, it can slowly or quickly start regenerating your health. That's cool. If your hunger and thirst is over 90, then you can regenerate health. There's a lot of different conditions you can set up to do it. For right now, I'm just going to leave it as no regeneration, but I am going to have some degeneration as we start to create a hunger system. I'm going to go into our player, and what I want to do is I want to come in and start creating that. So there's so many different ways we can go about doing it, and the first thing I want to do is I want to create a system off the event tick, and really don't like to use it all that much, but I'll use it whenever I need to. So before I add anything to it, I'm going to create something to add to it, and I'm going to create a custom event. And this one is going to be a hunger check. What this hunger check system is going to do is it is going to, we're going to do a series of branch checks here, and I'm going to use 2 branches. The first one we want to check, and we want to get our hunger, and we want to see if our hunger, if I learn how to type, we want to see if our hunger is greater than or equal to 100. Alright, we also want to see if our hunger is less than or equal to 0. And we'll connect it to that branch. Now, if our hunger is above 100, then essentially we want to set our hunger to 100. Our max is 100. So, without creating a whole new variable saying, hey, this is what that is, we've got a new one in here called is starving. We'll look at that here in just a second. But from here, since you can't really do 2 of them at a time this way, then you can run it off of the false branch. So if it's not, then we're going to check to see if it's at 0. And if it is at 0, then we want to go ahead, or below 0, we want to go ahead and set our hunger to 0. Now, here's the fun part. We have this, and we want to run our hunger check. Go ahead and do compile and save. And from our event tick, we want to do a hunger check. So now it will check to see if we are hungry, or what our hunger stats are. And if we're above the level, it adjusts that. If we're below the level, it adjusts that. So it keeps us within our parameter of 0 to 100. The next thing we can do to try to diminish that is, I guess we could do a hunger drain. But before we do that, let's actually clean this up just a hair. I'm going to grab all these right here, and I'm going to select them, collapse nodes, and I'm going to call this the a hunger check. So we can minimize the amount of clutter that goes into our blueprints. And then we could do another custom event if we want to, and we'll call this one our hunger drain. And what we're going to do with our hunger drain is, first off, we're going to start with a delay. And starting with our delay, we're going to set it to 1 second. This is something that you'll have to adjust later. I'm just going to try to throw it in 1 second so we can make it drain faster. All right. And then what we want to do is we want to get our hunger. We're going to want to set our hunger. We know we're going to need those. So, let's look back in here in our hunger check. We want to look, are we starving? So we want to set is starving to true here. And if we want to, we could put it on this side as well. It's not really necessary, but I'm going to put it anyway because, well, whatever. We're going to connect this to here and that to there. So we want to set our starving condition. We're going to go back to our event graph, and in here we want to find out, are we starving? And we're going to need a branch. So from our delay, we want to check, are you starving? If the answer is yes or no. No, sorry, we're not wanting to do this. I'm getting ahead of myself here. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. We want to get our hunger. We're doing a hunger drain system. And we want to do a float, negative float. And we're going to do 10. So essentially what we're telling it to do here is every second I want you to drain your health, or drain your hunger. So it's going to start diminishing our hunger every second. And actually, yep. Now, we need to go ahead and put our hunger drain up here so that it's running that at all times. And compile and save, and let's go take a look. Well, let's see, we've got our hunger going down. Lovely. Okay, so now again we can right click and collapse nodes, hunger drainage, or draining, whatever. And then we can create another one. We'll call this starvation. And our starvation, what we want to do is, it is a known thing. Run our branch, and then we can get our is starving. And if starving is true, then we can set our health. Actually, let's run a delay in between here. And sorry, compiling videos. Add a delay in between here first. And with that, we can then, this is what we're trying to do, is set our health to our health minus, let's go with 10 as well. And what we'll do is we'll set that to 1. So it's going to check, are we starving? Yes. Then every second it's going to start draining. Then at the end of this, we need to loop this back to the beginning of the branch. And it's going to check to see if we're starving. And it's going to keep going through the cycle over and over and over again. And we need to go ahead and add that into the hunger check. Let's see if we can actually put this at the end. Let's actually go ahead and just throw that in here. Just want to see what's happening. Compile and save, and let's run that. Now we can see that our health is draining. Let's see what happens when our health gets to 0. Well, how about that? Our health is now draining, and it'll reach to 0, and of course does nothing. But at least we know that the system works, and we actually did it all in here. We need to do the same thing for thirst, and I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera and get set up for that. But also here I'm going to go ahead and right click and collapse nodes, and there we go. So what we've done is we've created these custom events. We've collapsed them down into smaller nodes. And this is all hunger related. So I can grab these and I can throw a comment around it. Hunger systems. And we were using green for our hunger. So there we go. We can now take this and throw it somewhere off to the side and don't have to worry about it. So again, we need to do the same thing. We need to do a thirst check, a thirst drain, and a dehydration, so that it's going to do the same thing and drain those down. So hopefully you learned a little something, and we'll go ahead and continue. And in the next video, when we come back in, I will go ahead and have the thirst check, the thirst drain, and a dehydration set up and working as well. And then we'll go back in and I will readjust the timers on them so that they're not draining as quickly. But before I do that, I want to go ahead and set up just a simple trigger. And we'll look at the health system as well. And we will add in if your health hits 0, then you're dead. And we'll come up with a way to kill the player at that point. So, alright, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.